Paris slept as dawn crept over the Louvre's glass pyramid on October 24, 2025. Inside, three figures in construction gear glided through silent corridors, faces hidden, tool bags in hand. No alarms, no shouts. They moved with ghostly precision, rehearsed and invisible. Their target, not a painting, but something older and deeply symbolic. In under 4 minutes, they bypassed security, reached the Apollo Gallery, and vanished with the French crown jewels, including the Crown of Empress Eugénie. No witnesses, no fingerprints, no clues. The world awoke to shock. The Louvre, fortress of art, had been breached. The loss was incalculable, not just in euros, but in history and national pride. These weren't just jewels. They were fragments of France's soul. The thieves' escape was as flawless as their entry. By the time staff found the empty case, the culprits had melted into Paris. The city was left with a sense of violation and 1,000 questions. How did they bypass one of the world's most advanced security systems? The 4-minute masterpiece was complete, its legend just beginning. The world wondered who pulled off the perfect heist, and how. The answers would prove as elusive as the thieves themselves. The Louvre is more than a museum. It's a fortress, a palace, a symbol of France. Born as a medieval stronghold, it evolved into a royal palace, then a public museum after the Revolution. Today, it's the world's largest art museum, home to masterpieces from every era and culture. Over 10 million visitors a year wander its labyrinthine halls. To protect its treasures, the Louvre boasts a multi-layered security system. Thousands of guards, cameras, sensors, and alarms. Priceless works like the Mona Lisa sit behind bulletproof glass, monitored from a command center deep underground. The Louvre's security was considered the gold standard, studied and envied worldwide. The idea that anyone could breach it seemed unthinkable. Yet in 2025, that illusion was shattered. The heist didn't just steal jewels, it exposed the vulnerabilities of even the mightiest fortress. The world's benchmark for museum security had been undone in minutes. The Louvre's reputation would never be the same. Every fortress has a weak point. For the Louvre, it was renovation. Construction zones filled the museum with scaffolding, temporary walls, and a constant flow of workers. The thieves exploited this chaos, blending in as contractors. They studied schedules, security protocols, and patrol shifts for months. Disguised in hard hats and vests, they arrived before real crews, using a signal jammer to silence alarms. They slipped through a service entrance with a disabled alarm, one they knew was vulnerable. Renovations had rerouted patrols, creating brief windows of opportunity. The thieves timed their moves to these gaps, walking through procedural cracks, not physical ones. Their success was no accident. It was meticulous planning and perfect timing. The renovation, meant to preserve history, had opened the door to its greatest theft. Sometimes progress creates the perfect cover for crime. The world mourned not just a theft, but a loss of history. The centerpiece, the Crown of Empress Eugénie, crafted in 1855, glittering with nearly 2,500 diamonds and 56 emeralds. More than jewelry, it symbolized the glamour and power of France's Second Empire. Most French crown jewels were sold after the empire's fall, but this crown survived as a national treasure. The thieves also took a rare pink diamond and a sapphire parure, each piece irreplaceable. Unlike paintings, jewels can be broken up, their history lost forever. The crown is too famous to sell intact. Its fate likely lies in being dismantled for raw gems. The true loss isn't just monetary, it's the erasure of a tangible link to France's past. The heist stole more than jewels. It stole memory itself. The police response was swift and overwhelming. The Louvre was locked down, every exit sealed, every worker questioned. Paris went on high alert. Airports, train stations, borders watched. but the thieves had already vanished. Forensics found nothing. No prints, no fibers, no trace. The criminals had been meticulous, using gloves, overalls, and a signal jammer that left no electronic footprint. Security footage revealed only a nondescript white van, leaving a side street minutes after the heist. Stolen plates, no markings, the van disappeared into morning traffic. Investigators were left with no trail, no mistakes to follow. The operation was too professional for ordinary burglars. Police suspected a sophisticated criminal organization equipped with resources and expertise. They bypassed alarms, left no evidence, and escaped one of the world's most surveilled cities. The investigation stalled almost immediately. The thieves had pulled off the perfect vanishing act. The case was already going cold. As weeks passed with no leads, suspicion turned inward. The thieves' knowledge was too precise. This had to be an inside job. They knew about temporary security, patrol gaps, and hidden routes. Authorities began vetting thousands of staff and contractors, searching for a ghost in the machine. Tension and mistrust gripped the Louvre. The thieves' route avoided cameras and detectors only insiders would know about. The mastermind likely never entered the museum, but provided critical intelligence. Despite exhaustive checks, no clear suspect emerged. The insider, if there was one, remains a mystery, the missing link in the perfect crime. In the aftermath, the Louvre was a fortress under siege. The empty display case became a symbol of loss and vulnerability. With no suspects, rumors flourished: a billionaire collector, a crime syndicate, or a political pawn. Some believed the jewels were hidden in a secret vault, others that they'd been dismantled and sold off. The most likely fate? The artifacts destroyed for profit, their history lost. No group claimed responsibility. The silence was total. The mystery only deepened, fueling speculation and legend. The world was left with whispers and no answers. The Louvre heist was a wake-up call for museums everywhere. Decades of investment in high-tech security had bred complacency. The real vulnerability wasn't technology, it was people and procedures. Museums worldwide scrambled to review protocols, focusing on staff, contractors, and renovation periods. Hard hats and toolboxes were no longer trusted. The heist exposed the tension between protecting art and making it accessible. Renovations meant to preserve the museum had created the very gaps the thieves exploited. The lesson: no treasure is ever truly safe. The desire to possess beauty and history will always inspire risk. The Louvre's loss became a global lesson in humility and vigilance. Nearly a year later, the Crown of Empress Eugénie and the stolen jewels remain missing. The case is cold. The perfect crime endures. The empty space in the Apollo Gallery is a scar and a legend. What became of the jewels? Are they hidden in a secret collection, or broken apart and scattered across the world? The truth may never be known. The thieves, the mastermind, and the treasures have vanished into myth. We're left to imagine their fate, preserved in secret or lost forever. The final chapter is unwritten, the mystery unsolved. The story endures, inviting us to wonder. What do you think happened to the Crown of Empress Eugénie?